This is the St. Gabriella Abbey, known by the nuns who live there as Gabby Abbey. The abbey was built in the 14th century and has been stood standing here on this site for more than 700 years. The abbey is still a home to the nuns. A nun's day at the abbey begins early, very early. Like clockwork, Sister Mimsy wakes every morning at 4 a.m.
I gets up at 4 a.m. every morning by the sound of my alarm clock, which gets me up in time for vigil at 4:30. If I don't hear my alarm clock, I of course hear the bells. The bells represent the voice of God. Through the bells he lets us know when he wants anything. If we hear those bells, we come running.
The vigils, the first of the day's offices or services, are a mixture of psalms and scriptures, which for Sister Mimsy is a meditative start to the day. So the Mother Superior, is she the one ringing the bells now?
Oh Lord, no. No, she's not an early riser, I'm afraid. We usually lets her sleep it off. She's like a bear with a sore head if we wake her up by accident. No, we'd be in big trouble if we disturbed her from her sleep.
Even before breakfast, there are more prayers. Lord, or morning prayers, are held at 7 a.m. Then these are followed by Holy Mass. Breakfast is a simple affair, usually eaten after yet another short prayer.
We usually have a little bowl of cereal and maybe a boiled egg, fresh from a chicken's gonger. We have a hen house out in the Abbey grounds.
And does the Mother Superior join you all for breakfast?
No. She doesn't stir till around 11. I normally takes her up a bacon butty and a cup of tea just before Homes Under the Hammer begins.
So, Mother Superior, what's on today's agenda?
Well, this stupid idiot has spent 325 grand on a 2 up 2 down. He didn't view it first, didn't read the legal pack, and now he's realised there's knotweed growing around the back of his outdoor shithouse. Idiot.
The mid-morning is usually spent doing chores in and around the Abbey. It's a hive of activity. The sisters can either work in the kitchens, the laundry, or in the gardens.
Oh, I loves working out here in the gardens, breathing in God's green air. I've just picked us some peas for our lunch. There's nothing better than being out here in the peace and just listening to the birds and the bees.
Lunch, like the breakfast, is another simple affair. A small portion of salmon, a few garden potatoes, and a pile of peas. The Mother Superior dines alone, so she can gather her thoughts for the busy day ahead.
Hi, Bobos. Yeah, can I get the usual? But can I add a sticky ribs and an apple tango? Thanks, love. Add it to the account. Thank you.
After lunch, there is a short period of time for the sisters to write a letter or partake in some light sewing.
So you've actually caught me in the middle of decorating some eggs to entertain the local children. I'm actually making them look like the faces of minor celebrities. So here we have Thora Hird. This one's Esther Ranson. This one was meant to be Joan Collins, but actually I'm thinking of changing it into Moira Stewart.
The afternoon at St. Gabriella's is spent with either more spiritual reading or further domestic chores, which keep the Abbey running on a day-to-day basis.
The Mother Superior has given me and a few of the others jobs as tour guides in the afternoons. We open the Abbey to the public. Punters pay £20 a pop.
Well, that money must come in very handy for the upkeep of the Abbey.
Oh, I'm sure it does. We gives all the takings to Mother Superior at the end of every day.
I ready, yeah. So I put 40 quid each way Nuns Folly, 40 to 1, 3:30 Campton Park. Come on, you bastard! Come on! Come on, get in there! Get in there! Yeah!
5 p.m. is time for the evening prayer, or Vespers. Here the sisters can reflect on their day and enjoy singing to the praises of God. The third and final meal of the day is dinner, which tends to be a small, bland supper.
After dinner, we tend to have a small amount of time for our recreation. It's usually something quiet and reflective, like reading or embroidery or flower pressing. I tend to just take some time to myself and read my Jackie or Bunty. I like the photo stories.
8 p.m. is Compline, or night prayer. It is the last prayer of the liturgical day before retiring for a night's rest. Some sisters of the Abbey then take part in the Great Silence, lasting until Lauds the next day. This is when no one speaks or makes any unnecessary noise. But for those who do not wish to join the Great Silence,
well, Tuesday night is bingo night. Oh, how many days? How many nights? Jesus' delight 4040. Hey, Sister Rusty, you better be bloody cheating. Thursday night is karaoke night. Like a virgin, been touched for the very first time. Like a virgin. Friday night is stand-up night. There are two nuns having a little cycle ride around the Vatican. And they go down a little side street. And one of the nuns says, "Oh, I've never come this way before." And the other said, "That'll be the cobblestones." Yeah, she looked like you right muggy cow, aren't you? Now, what's the difference between a nun in the church and a nun in the bath? One's got hope in her soul, and the other's got soap in her own. She looked dirty cow. Saturdays is stripper night at the Pig and Duck. I really love you, girls. I really love you. I love you, babes. Come down on the pie. I really love you, babe. I really love you. Get on this. Okay.